All right. Hello. I don't know why I said all right like that, but we are playing some triple non-lockout. This is the last streamed match of the tournament. I'm joined by Mojungo. How you doing, Mojungo?
Hello. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch Bingo.
Great. Yep, we're watching
It's
some
always a treat to
triple.
watch Bingo.
I agree. I've been popping off, seeing some stuff return. I've commentated some stuff I wasn't as passionate about, like any percent races, but this is something I'm a little more excited about. So this is a triple non-lockout. I've played a few of these in my day.
We got some serious stakes on the line here. We're talking
Yeah.
ribeyes, New York strips. These are some juicy steaks, right, Jeff?
Okay, so here's how it works. If Rasmus loses, then the whole team loses. If Rasmus wins, then the tasks are going to be extremely important. There's like a 2v2 tasks that will determine. Now Mason knows who won because the tasks were submitted like 12 hours ago, or like the deadline for submitting was 12 hours ago. So Mason knows who won. Yato, who edits the videos, probably knows who's won. The only thing is we don't know who won. So, but it depends on like if Rasmus wins or not. If Rasmus loses this, then it's a Jover. So I'm hoping
That's a great
for
summary,
Rasmus
Jeff.
win. Yeah, I'm hoping for Rasmus win just for like the stakes, you know, just to keep things interesting. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I honestly don't know. Like the thing is, it's like the triple non-lockout. I don't know how much either of these players like plays, I guess. I don't know if at all. Libre's done a few scrims with us, but Rasmus is like more of like a veteran bingo player. Like he started out probably playing these a little bit more. So I don't know.
remember in the heyday like of GB chord non-lockouts, Rasmus would play a bunch, and this is not me trying to hate on Rasmus, but he was never the best at finding the fast route. Like, yes, he found fast routes, but it's not like you're playing against, Bread Ghost, who just knows really well how to find the fastest route because he's played, 50 bazillion. And Libre, he always ends up doing something that's fun and not necessarily fast. So we could have some weird non-optimal routes here by both players, I think, and that could make an interesting match.
Yes. So non-lockout. I it's kind of funny commentating non-lockout because every commentary I've done for a non-lockout is so like wiggly, like I feel like I don't know how to commentate non-lockout, and that's partially because
You just
these never
gotta
happen.
vibe a little bit, right? Because it's not like the players are competing towards goals. You're just kind of trying to figure out each perspective route and figure out where the juice is.
So, looking at the card, if I was writing this card, my first line that would have caught my interest is probably row 1, in all honesty. Now, the question is, can you make 5 from 3 work on this card? With that,
Well,
maybe.
5 from the back coverless is already 5 from Pinna, so.
Yes, and it unlocks the bells, and 50 blues is easy, in my opinion. I don't know, that's kind of debatable. I've gotten okay at writing 50 blues over the many non-lockouts I've played. But then again, you look at more at like what synergizes with row 1. I don't think anything does.
This card is not good.
This is not a good card.
This is not a good card the more I look at it. I'm seeing 9 from 1, Pinna 8, Yoshi and Pianta, Serena Shadow Mario. Oh my goodness.
It's a very, very time-intensive card. We will probably be here at least an hour, so settle in.
Oh, Bianco 8. I don't even think I said Bianco 8.
There's Bianco 8, yeah. And 20 Serena Blues. And Serena Shadow Mario. I think you might have said that.
Yeah, I got to that one, but man.
Yeah, so...
There's 100 coins in a secret. Is there... I guess you could do that in a Cannonball episode.
You can. You could also do it in Bianco, obviously. That is, that'll get 2 goals in 1. Column 4 alone is not terrible, but I don't think anything synergizes well with it. Is the only problem.
So 6 boss shines does pair well with going deep in either Serena or Bianco. Because you really need one of those levels to do 6 boss shines. So it does help out some of those later goals in those levels, just the tiny bit. But yeah, I don't know if that's the best thing to do on this card. It might be. It really might be. We don't know yet.
There's like a column for... No. I think like the easiest route I could default to here would be row 1, column 2. 9 from 1, like with 8, you know, 8. But it's like, that is so many shines. Doing like 9 from Pinna and then, you know, 5 from 2 somewhere else. It's not unworkable, but then again, you also have to get like 8 enemies with that route, and I don't think you get 8 enemies with that route. So, yeah, this is kind of gross, honestly.
Is BLTR that bad? I don't know how bad 6 shines from NPCs is.
I don't. No, it's not that bad. So 6 shines from NPCs. Here's the ones that will count. Because we have a question in the chat. So, NPC shines. Oh man, I should know this. Deathline made this goal, not me. Okay, so it's
the only thing
that
pops into my head is Pinna 8.
Pinna 8 is a shine from an NPC. There's Box Game 1 and 2. Those are shines from NPCs. All the Shadow Marios are shines from NPCs. Rico 2 hidden. Pianta 2, Pianta 3, Pianta 6, Gelato 5, and Noki 5. I think I probably missed a few. Sorry.
So yeah, the reason I say BLTR is because I think Rico's probably maybe the best world on this card.
Yeah.
Just because it's not slow. And maybe there's a way to build a route around BLTR.
I think you're cooking here. I think you're cooking because BLTR and row 1, those are like 2 lines that you could have. Like I think those 2 lines. Yeah. But what's your last 5 from 3? That is kind of the question. And
do you just brute force a column 1?
Yeah, I think that's the option. I think that's what you have to do. So yeah, I think 9 from Rico. I think the thing is like 9 from Rico is not slow.
No,
at all. And I think that actually works because then you have an excuse to do Rico 2 hidden for a shine from an NPC, right? I mean, you have to do it anyway, but you know what I mean. I don't know if it. Anything
but you still need another 5 from though.
So it would be yeah. Oh yeah. If it was 5 from 3 worlds, this would be a lot easier.
Is there? Because where would your other NPC shines be? Do you have to go to another world for the NPC shines?
I think what you do here is you go to Pianta. I think that's the play. I think you do 100 coin shine in a secret. You can also get the bees for the enemies, right?
Okay.
100 coin shine in a secret, and you get 2 shines from Pianta, or 2 NPC shines along that path. I think that's the play. I think we figured out this card.
All right. So now the question is, do these players figure that out? Because that was not easy to figure out.
No, that was hard, and especially if you're like nervous, right? And especially if you don't like play a lot of non-lockout. But then again, you don't play a lot of non-lockout, and you kind of crafted that route. You kind of cooked.
I kind of know how to route non-lockout though. You got to find the 2 easiest. You gotta find like the 1 or 2 best worlds and kind of build from there. It's always okay to take your medicine.
To give you credit, you did play a lot of non-lockout with us back.
I've played a lot of non-lockout, yeah.
Yeah. So to give you credit there, so, yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I feel like we came up with this like beautiful, eloquent route, and then no one's gonna do it. But Rasmus going to Pianta, so maybe, possibly. I don't know. That feels like the start, right?
Is it optimal to go to Pianta before unlocking all the Pianta stuff or Bianco stuff?
No, it is not. In non-lockout, it's not. If it was lockout, obviously, like the only reason it's done in lockout is just because like you're rushing something. So in non-lockout, it is more optimal to just unlock the plant. But it's not.
Oh, that's a good point by JJ. If you're just doing Pianta 1, it's fine because you don't have to travel then. That'd be an interesting time consideration.
Oh, yeah. Or like 100s, yeah. Okay. I can see that. I mean, it's not like a huge like time loss
No,
anyway. Like
no.
we're talking like a few seconds. It's like whatever.
A few seconds, maybe. Call it micro routing.
True. Some people have called it that. It's funny how that became like so synonymous with me, but I actually stole that from famous M. Larvitar. I don't know why I said the famous, but I guess he's famous in Sunshine.
I associate it with both of y'all.
That's fair. That is fair. So
Although
Rasmus
Larvy
is
did
doing,
kind of
like,
become the red coin guy, so or hidden reds guy.
that is his thing. Yeah. Rasmus is doing like the 20 shines like blues routing here. I don't know. Maybe he's doing 12 from 5. So if you're not doing like the route we devised, like why else would you be in Pianta? I guess you could be doing row 1 generically. You could be doing mini bosses. Libre is also going to Pianta, so he had the same idea. He just optimized it a little neater.
Yeah, so both players avoiding Bianco, so they might see sort of the juice we're talking about.
I think so. They might have found it, yeah. Because it's like the only route on this card I think you could do, honestly.
So I think otherwise it's like, what, you're doing both deep Bianco and deep Serena?
Yeah, that would be...
Like, is that the other option?
Yeah, I don't even know, because I don't think we found a third line that works with those.
I mean, we could find something that works, it just won't be fun or good.
You know, we didn't really consider it. Row 4, not terrible as a standalone row. I don't think anything works with it, but it's not horrible. You do row 4 and like column 4 maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't do it, but
column 1 maybe, but you might be short on NPCs.
I think you have to do BLTR and then just like you get 2 NPCs with Rico hidden. You get Bianco 7, and then like box games. And then you just gotta find, and then Rico 6 for a turbo, and then box games. So you could do it. I don't know. Look, I don't know. Okay, I've never played non-lockout before, ever.
I was just thinking column 1 because really the only extra thing you're doing in that is like pin a 5 from the back. And
yeah, that might just be better.
I think it's about the same.
Yeah, like also 6 bosses is like really kind of awful.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, who put that goal on the card?
Hey, that's been there for...
No, I know.
Now, who vetoed its removal? I don't know. Maybe it was me, but...
So it's like, what, 6 bosses, that one stinks, and is it 7 reds? Is that the highest red coin goal, right?
There's 7 reds, and then there's still 6 secrets, which I vetoed.
Oh, 6 secrets. 6 secrets is way worse.
There's also 4 rocket nozzles, which is still here. It's not on this card, but it is... You know, my theory with non-lockout is you kind of have to have some gross goals. That's my balancing theory.
Oh, definitely.
Deathline does not agree with me. But, you know, healthy disagreements in this world, as long as they're discussed eloquently and appropriately, I don't know more of this.
Alright, Rasmus now unlocking Bianco, and Libre is out of there as well.
Yeah, one's leaving. Libre did Pianta 2. Where's Libre? Going for the bell. So
interesting. Oh, this is kind of fun.
Oh, I've seen this before. I don't know if this is gonna work.
Oh, I see. So you have to spray it.
Oh, okay.
The first 3 times, spray the bell. Or actually, you could spray the bell now, couldn't you?
I guess spraying it in between the cycles would make the most sense.
Right.
Okay, so I'll be honest.
I guess the world pauses during this cutscene, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I don't know I don't know if there's any like players in the chat who know, but I've seen this for like years, and I honestly don't know how optimal this is. Like, I don't know if that saved Libre time, to be honest. It was cool, but I don't know. I wonder if you could get the shine like in
That's
the
what
time
I thought
it
was
takes.
gonna happen.
You might be able to, like, if you spray it on the panel. I don't know.
And you can like if you do like a high arc, just to delay the final hit as much as possible.
You might be able to make that. I don't know. I wouldn't risk it.
Is the problem that you have to land on the ground before? Oh, soft lock. Okay.
See, that's why we need players who are good at this game to be in the chat. I would have been
Jeff,
like,
are you saying I'm not good at this game?
You're good, but like JJ has world record
I'm
in
not.
like 10 categories, so no, you're good. I'm also insulting myself, so you know. Anyway, Rasmus is doing 100 coin shine in a secret. So that's interesting. So he's not doing what we came up with, unfortunately. So, but you know what? That proves to the world that he's not stream sniping. So can we please give Rasmus a shout out? I mean, we wouldn't have accused him of it if he did the route we picked up, to be completely fair. But now we know. Because he is restreaming this, just so everyone's aware. Because we have a lack of restreamers. So now we know he has not been listening to comms. We would not have accused him of it anyway, to be completely fair. But now we know.
Is this 3? I forgot what the Pokies are like in 3.
Wait, is this Bianca 1/100? It's never mind. I don't know.
This is 1, isn't it?
Oh no! Oh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
You said in a secret. I'm like, am I crazy? These are not full circles.
Wait, we're seeing a Bianca 1/100, and it's clean. Like Rasmus is doing this well. This is like practiced. I think. I don't know. No, it's not. He missed a clean. Or he's doing it in the Poki, I think.
Is this row 3 or column 4?
I don't know. I wasn't expecting to see a Bianca 1/100, so
There's no way it's row 3.
Okay, so this has to be... It has to be row 3. Like, because otherwise, why would you not do this in a later Bianca episode, right? Like,
exactly.
It has to be free.
Because
like,
you need the boss shines as well for column 4.
Yeah, so Rasmus is doing row 3. I don't know how I feel about this play.
I don't know either.
I will give him credit. This looks like a very surprisingly practiced Bianca 1/100s. Like, it looks... You would know. You've also done true 100s, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's an awkward one.
Now, I wouldn't have routed in this blue, but...
There's, what, 110 coins in this level or something like that?
So if he's doing it outside the secret, or outside the boss, and there's like
108 maybe?
Yeah, and then like a lot of those are like, you know, in the sky, or like in the, you know, like the highest up windmills. Realistically, yeah. I believe there's only like 102 that you could feasibly get in a route like this without losing like 30 seconds.
It's slightly more forgiving than Beach Blues or Beach Money, and then in the boss fight you do have 9 backup points.
Yeah, I think he's doing this in the boss, if I had to guess. This looks like he's doing it in the boss fight. So, because he's already missed like 5 yellow coins. So, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if I like this, to be honest with you. I don't.
Now, I got too enamored by Rasmus. Did Libre go into Rico?
To be honest, I did not see a single thing Libre did for the past 2 minutes. Sorry.
I had the same problem commentating the 120 race between JJ and Peaches. I just got too distracted by whoever's doing hundreds and just completely ignored everyone else.
Here's the thing. It's not just that it's a hundreds. It's that it's a Bianca 1/100s, which...
Yeah.
I don't know the last time we've seen this in a bingo. It might have been like 2021.
Yeah. It just...
And I think
it only ever comes up on invasion cards, really.
what blows my mind the most about this is it looked good. It wasn't
No, it did.
like that was like surprisingly clean. Like what the
And
hell?
he did not do it in the boss fight.
He did not do it in the dude. Like
What a
okay,
legend.
for reference, I did a 2v2 blackout with Mason, Greg Ghost, and someone else. I'm sorry. I apologize to whoever else was playing. And I had to do this, and I spent like 7 minutes trying to remember where all the coins were. And because I could not, I don't know the last time I did it. It was like years ago. Rasmus has either been like practicing this IL, or is just like a god. I don't know which.
So, what would your reaction be if you were Libre and you saw that clicked?
It would be WTF. That would be my reaction.
Would you? Because I would be like, did I miss something on this card?
I would especially be confused and stressed. I also think that Rasmus did 12 blue coins. Am I wrong? Like he went for all
No,
the
I
like
think he
out
did,
of the
yeah.
way. So 12 from 5 might be. So this might be row 3, row 5, something. Right?
Right, because I think we eliminated column 4 from being a possibility.
Column 4 is not it.
Because you need some
There's no way
Bianco
to-
progress for that.
If you do 6 bosses without Bianco on this card, like, credit to you. I can't see.
Yeah.
That'd be impressive. I guess there's like Rico and Serena and like Pina, and then you have to do like Noki 2. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We don't get paid enough for this.
I did mention Rasmus does have a little bit of a penchant for doing some weird stuff in non-lockouts from my experience with him. Granted, I like the weird stuff in non-lockouts because they're oftentimes more fun.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed seeing that. I just don't
Yeah.
understand the route. That's all. Like,
Yeah.
again, I want to point out, like, I don't think people, like, unless you, like, know how bad that IL is, I don't think it's, like, realized, like, that was a clean Bianco hunt, like, 1/100.
Yeah, was that sub 5?
I don't know the time, because the timer is not on. Also, we're still in, like, the big card view, I just realized. We're kind of vibing, though, so it's fine. But, yeah, I don't know, man.
It was probably sub 5. I don't think it was sub 4 though. Is the IL record sub 4?
I actually don't know, if I'm being honest with you. I've not played that IL in like forever.
Oh, I just noticed we're in big card view still. I don't know if Rasmus is going to be able to fix that.
People in the chat are saying they like it. I've been kind of vibing, honestly. Let's just
Yeah.
we can just-
Because we're still trying to figure out
Honestly,
this card a little bit.
Honestly, for non-lockout, I actually think big card view might be more important. Slightly.
Right.
All right, well, we're vibing, so we'll just.
All right, so looks like this will be another 12 from 5 world for Rasmus.
Maybe. Libre
Getting some of the easy blues.
So what is Libre up to? So he did Bells and he did Rico Hidden, so either wrote... Okay, that could be a lot of things because of diagonals. He could just be doing what we devised, to be completely fair. He could be doing row 1, BLTR, column 1. And
yes.
Honestly, I'll say it. If he found the route and Rasmus is doing like Bianca 1/100s, I might favor Libre on this, like, currently.
I agree.
I don't know what Rasmus is doing. There might be something we just haven't seen, to be completely fair to Rasmus here.
Oh, definitely.
I'm not seeing it, I'll be completely honest.
And Libre
I'm
still
sure
could do something weird.
Yeah, we don't know for sure that's what Libre is doing. But like, if Libre is doing the route that we cooked up, by we I mean you came up with it and I approved it.
Well, no,
and,
you got row 1.
That's true. That was like the first row. I was like, all right, row 1's good. But yeah, like the thing is, like there's not a speed difference between these two players. I would argue. Maybe Rasmus is okay. Rasmus is like a little faster. If you want to look at like any percent speeds, like Rasmus is 2 minutes faster. But in terms of like bingo speed, I would argue that these players are like pretty close. With Rasmus like slight edge.
Unless they're racing Bianco 1/100s, then Rasmus has the huge edge.
Dude, I'm not gonna get over that. I still am like like
No, that was sick.
I don't know. That was sick. I don't know if he will
That's
win
why
the
we
match.
watch bingo. Like unironically, that's why I like watching bingo.
My only guess is like Rasmus maybe has been playing like all hundreds recently because I know he's a fan of that category.
Yeah.
So maybe in the shadows or something he's like grinding that category. That's the only thing I can guess. Or he has like the best memory of all time.
So this will be 2 gelato hidden shines for Rasmus.
Yes, he will. So he's going for row 5, I think. I think we can safely say row 3, row 5.
Yes.
So he's doing like Serena. Oh.
And pin at 8. And a Rico hit. And Pianta 5. Well, not the whole of Pianta 5, but
oh. Okay. Okay.
You good, Jeff?
No, look, I have a tendency for back in the day being a toxic commentator. Okay, like 5 years.
I'm trying not to be toxic, but I'm also trying to figure out what the heck Rasmus is seeing here. No offense, Rasmus.
And I'm trying to be a reasonable, kind commentator and not repeat the days of 2020 where I would just sit on the card and be like, "What the heck is this player doing?" But if I were to say this very nicely, I think Team J Glide should be feeling pretty good right now, and that is the nicest way I could put it. Okay.
Once again, we don't know if Libre sees the third line that makes sense here.
That is true. That is true.
Or even the second line that makes sense. We assume he's got 2 of the good lines, though.
And to be fair, maybe Rasmus has just seen something that we have not seen.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's very possible. There's
Definitely.
something we are just like not picking up on. Like, okay, maybe to Rasmus's credit, maybe he's not going from 12 from 5. Maybe that he was just getting blues in Bianco because he's trying to go for like 50.
Oh, for 50?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't go for any blues that I like. I don't even know if he went for all the blues. To be completely fair to Rasmus, it's very possible that like he's not doing row 5.
Column 2 is a lot better. I think. Maybe.
Yeah. So okay, let's be completely fair to Rasmus here. So maybe he wasn't going for 12 or 5. We might have just miscalculated. It just looked like he went for some like really out of the way blues. Is the reason I said that. But it's possible it was not that out of the way. I don't think he did anything like that.
It really isn't that out of the way because you're kind of in the water for all those gold coins anyway, and you're having to travel to all the spiders to get back up.
So let's just retract row 5. Rasmus, I apologize for saying you were doing row 5. You probably were. Let's look at this with
row 3, column 2.
Row 3, column 2. The LTR. Yeah. Well, what's the 2 turbos?
Good question. What would the other turbo be?
That's my issue with that route. Unless he's doing like Rico 6. For a shine from an NPC. I guess if you're doing Rico 4, you need the enemies anyway, right? You're like 2 shines away, and then it's like 5 from. Well, he's not doing 5. Yeah, he is doing 5 from freeze. You need Rico 5 anyway.
Or is it column 2, column 1?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, no, okay, so Rasmus did Bianca 1/100s. It was a very well-practiced Bianca 1/100s, but he did a Bianca 1/100s. A Libre routing against life. It's live, not life. Is it live or life? I don't know.
It's gotta be life.
Yeah, sorry.
Ramato's reaction.
We're trying to figure out what Rasmus is doing, and no one knows. We have falsely suggested he was doing row 5 at a certain point because we thought he got 12 from Bianca 1, but we have realized he probably was not. So, sorry, Rasmus. Rasmus gonna like watch this back and hate me. Sorry. I'm sorry, Rasmus. It's all good.
Yeah, same.
You know, you're commentating a bingo, you're trying to figure things out. You're watching 2 screens at once. It happens. But yeah, we have no idea what Rasmus is doing. Libre, on the other hand, just to update everyone, we think he's doing row 1, column 1, BLTR, which is like the golden route on this card. He routed it in live. He did Rico hidden. I'm pretty sure that's like what he has to be doing at this point.
Yes. No, he's looking like that's what he's doing for sure.
And I'll just say, because I think Libre found the route, and I don't know what Rasmus is doing, I favor Libre currently. I don't know what Rasmus
I'd love to agree with you,
exactly.
Jeff, but... Or I'd love to disagree with you for the sake of, you know, competitiveness, but no, I'm also favoring Libre as well.
I just don't... I don't know what Rasmus is doing. I don't know. I want to give him the win just because that was like the cleanest Bianca 1/100s I've ever seen, especially in a bingo, especially in a triple lockout bingo of all places. But that's not how it works.
Unfortunately. It also doesn't help that, like, Bianca 1/100s, it was clean, but it's also just slow in general.
Yeah, it is not a it's not a quick shine. It's like 5 minutes still. Especially if you like routing.
So even if Rasmus's route is in theory good, the Bianca 100, just doing it at all makes it a much tougher route to pull off.
Yeah.
Especially when Libre is doing a major Rico, Pinna, Pianta route, where that's hardly any slow things in Libre's way.
No, like none at all. Like, I mean, Pinna's kind of slow, but it's not that bad. It's like medium. I always kind of consider it like medium tier shines in terms of speed. Like, there's nothing like terribly slow in Pinna besides like Pinna 1. But that's arguably just because of the entry you have to do.
Yeah, the price to get in.
Yeah. If you take that away, it's like a 1 minute 30-second shine, which is not. It's not fast. It's not like.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, like Libre's gonna have to do 100 coins in a secret, probably. I assume.
That is slow. Yeah, and that's
but
not like a.
It's for 2 goals.
Is it?
Yeah, Cannonball.
I don't know if he's doing anything that requires that goal.
You don't. Oh, that's right. He might not be doing that. That's right. I forgot.
I think he's doing the triangle.
Yeah, you're right.
He's doing row 1, column 1, BLTR. So I don't know.
I forgot that that's not a thing anymore. We talked about it very briefly, and then we didn't. Now I can't keep my head straight.
Wait, Rasmus is doing 100 coin in a seat. Oh yeah, because. Wait, why is he doing it in pin at 2?
Cannonballs? Or he's not going... Yeah, because he should go deep enough.
Well, he has Piazza 5 done. Is there a benefit to doing this in pin at 2?
It would have to be for cannonballs.
So he's doing row... Is he doing row 5?
Yeah, it might be row 5, actually.
And yeah, Romano makes a very good point in the chat that, like, it might have just been better to do Bianco 2 and then just do Bianco 3 at that point, so that way you don't have to do 200s. I actually kind of agree with that. I think that would have been faster. Maybe not, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's
Then,
happening anymore.
because then you're replacing this with what, no key 1 hidden.
I don't. The thing is, it's like if you want to do 100 coin shine in the secret, sure, but you have Pianta 5 open, which is like, and to be fair to Rasmus, this has not been a terribly slow pin. Like Rasmus's hundreds have been pretty well executed. Like Rasmus
Yes.
is playing very well. I have to say, Rasmus is playing this like pretty darn well. I've not seen him make a single like mistake. It's just I don't know if the route is full of sauce, to put it in an eloquent way.
No, I agree. That was a pretty good hundreds again.
Rasmus subbed in Sid, maybe.
This is a very Sid way to play the game, I will say.
This is a very Sid route.
You know, he's done a little bit of 100 coins in random episodes. He's done some red coin hiddens in Gelato.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
The only problem is Rasmus collected way too many blue coins in Bianco 1.
Yeah, Sid would not have collected like the underwater blue in Bianco 1. I don't know. I guess maybe it is column 4 in that case. No, it can't be column 4 because there's 6 bosses. I don't know, man.
Is it just like row 1, row 3, row 5? There's no way he's doing row 3, right? Row 3 is terrible.
I think he's doing row 3.
There's no way. Please, Rasmus. I guess it's not that bad. Going deep in 2 worlds is pretty tough when you still have to do stuff in other worlds, though. I guess, you know, Pin at 8 is an NPC shine.
Wait, okay, alright, we see something very interesting. Libre is... Oh, he has to do 3 fruit ladies, never mind, it's not that interesting. I lied. Yeah. I forgot that was a call. I don't
Definitely
know,
a take your medicine kind of goal, but...
It's not too... Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't know if Coconut Lady is... I actually don't know what the optimal 3 are. No, so it's 6 shines from NPCs, yeah. Not blues. It's a goal that Deathline has created, so everyone shout out Deathline if you like that goal. It was like a Deathline creation in the last patch. We tried it out a little bit. It showed up on like no cards because we had like 8 goals in every pool, and now we minimized all the pools. Now it shows up. Good story. Probably not that good of a story. Anyway,
yeah, I'm thinking about the Fruit Lady thing, because Libre plays on NTSCU, so he could have even used those extra durians potentially, but that's only 2 right there, so...
Oh, Rasmus realized we were in the big card view. Now, we didn't tell him, so he just realized it. So sorry to everyone who liked it.
I think Rasmus knew we were the whole time, just wanted to make sure we had ample time to plan out this card and realize how genius his route was.
Okay, look. There have been times where maybe by the end of this, we're going to be looking at what Rasmus did and be like,
yes,
alright, that made sense. Like, we just didn't see it. You know, we're commentating, we're focusing on 2 cards, we're focusing on a lot of stuff, we're focusing on the chat a little bit. Maybe, like, Rasmus cooked up a route that we just don't understand.
I think I see, like, the deep Pinna, deep Pianta, but I don't see where you go from there. And I think that's the struggle I have, and maybe it'll all come together.
Someone pointed out a route I saw earlier, but it was like, I don't know where he gets 2 turbos.
Yeah, like, that's the issue. Like, do you just... Like, that's the other reason for wanting to go deeper into Bianco. Because, like, it's either Bianco or... You're not going to go all the way that deep in Rico unless you're doing sort of what Libre's doing. And you're not going to do Gelato 2 and 3.
Yeah, I don't... I don't see where he could realistically get 2 turbos. And to Libre's credit, like, he's playing and routing like really well right now. Like he's routing in these lives. He's like he found the route that we thought was the route.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rasmus is restreaming right now, so I do not think Rasmus is going to be able to change that since he's playing.
Yeah, if any mods are in the chat, please refund Jewish Cyanites 4,000 blue coins.
I think that's Ramado's job.
That is Ramado, yeah. Easy mod. Remado. Sorry, it's not funny. That was not.
That was actually pretty good. I liked it.
It was okay, but I feel like it wasn't original. Like I'm sure, like if you go back to like bingo videos from like 5 years ago, I'm sure someone else said that. Anyway, Rasmus is doing pin up 4. Libre is unlocking Yoshi, so he's probably doing the right bell right now. Watch Libre just like enter Serena, and like we're just confused again. Not happen.
I'd go grab that bluebird first.
I want to give Libre a little credit because like I don't think the route that we came up with is like incredibly easy to figure out.
No.
I don't think it's hard to like. I don't think it's like unreasonable to figure out.
I think it's something you need some amount of non-lockout experience for, which Libre does have.
Yeah, he has played. And to be completely fair, like Rasmus overall might have more non-lockout experience, but Libre's been more current. Like he's been playing.
Yes.
He's done a few scrims with us.
Because for those unfamiliar with non-lockout, it's a lot of times it's figuring out how to take the least amount of medicine, because you're going to take some medicine somewhere or another. And if you can figure out how to avoid the slow stuff as much as possible, so the way we were looking at the card was just, okay, Rico and Pinna are not terrible worlds to go deep in. Pianta as well. And just finding the lines that focus solely on those worlds as opposed to the deep Serena, Bianco stuff that you see littered around the card. That's kind of how you think about it. I don't know if that made sense or not.
Sure. Yeah, it did. Sorry, I was typing in the chat.
No, I know you were.
I was trying to do mental math. And anyway, there is medicine in non-lockout, that is true. You do kind of have to focus on minimizing the bet, but I'll be honest, like there's nothing terrible in Libre's route. Like I don't think so. Like 9 from 1 might be the worst part of it, but it's not even that bad, really.
Well, you're already going to 7 for a turbo nozzle.
Yeah,
and that would be. And you've already done the hidden, so you're at 8 shines just from that.
Now the question is, this is where we get into the nitty-gritty of non-lockout routing. And this is why I love non-lockout. But would you do 100 coin in the secret for your 9th level, or would you rather it be your 5 from 3 from Pianta? Would you rather do it in Pianta 5?
From a secret? It's gotta be 5 from 3 in Pianta, right? Because
okay,
you want that for the enemy blues as well.
True. See? There you go. That's why I like non-lockout. Little like decisions like that. It's something to think about. You could debate it either way, probably. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like, I don't think it's much worse either way, but if you're getting Yoshi, you might as well just do it in 5 with all those coins from the beehives.
Yeah, because you could do the 120 route, and then just like do the 120, like get the B blue coins anyway. It's like not even losing time at that point. I mean, you lose time to doing like the Pianta 5 normal secret, or Pianta 5 96 shines route, but.
And Rasmus unfortunately getting coconut.
A little bit of a time loss. One thing that is gonna be stressful for Libre is if he does this 5 from 3 route, right? He does have to do a Pianta 500s in the secret floodless, which is not free. It's not impossible, but it is a little stressful. in my opinion.
Ooh, Rasmus. That was not what we needed.
Yeah, little unfortunate. All right, so chat is theorizing row 1, row 3, column 2. What do you think about that?
That makes the most sense from the clicks we see for Rasmus.
Oh.
Rasmus, no. At least Rasmus is not going for lives. He does have the 100 coins. Well, yeah, the 100 coins will do that for you.
Yeah,
No. Okay. Whew.
Oh, goodness, that was a little scuffed, but we're good. We're in there. Look at this micro routing from Libre. Like routing in this enemy here, like knowing the 120 movement. Oh, I guess it's not 120.
Libre is such a gamer.
Apparently, I'm reading the chat. Libre has had coaching from Ombo and JJ. And look, I didn't know Ombo was like a non-lockout champion, but I believe it because he's just good at SMS.
Yes.
Coaching from JJ though does scare me if you're Rasmus. A little bit. But it might be paying off. Like, whatever coaching they did, they might have done a lot of prepping, because Libre found, like, the route, like, in my opinion. Libre
he's about to do his 9 from 1 in Rico 4 hidden, so... Is this optimal?
The most... Okay, so let me think about this. Rico 8 might have actually been optimal. I'm not sure. I don't play with splits anymore, so, like, practicing for 79, I have no idea, like, which... I don't remember. I have no idea which were...
This might be more practiced, though, so...
Rico 4 does have 2 lives. That is true. That is, like, probably the decision I would
Oh, the lives!
Yeah! So there you go.
That's actually really fun.
But he's not getting it. Okay, there he gets it. Rico 8's not that bad.
No, I was thinking Rico 8's faster, but the lives are definitely a difference.
Yeah. That is it. That is also, I wonder if you make an argument for doing Pianta 5 so you can life grind in Pianta 500 in the Seaver. I don't think it's worth it, especially because, like, you know, you probably can route in 20 lives on this card, no problem, but, like, Rico 8 has the 1-up butterflies, yeah. True. But you have to get Yoshi, so...
Were the 1-up butterflies included in your video?
No, they were not. And I want to make a... I thought about making a part 2. Or, like, a more updated version. The thing is, I don't think that many people, like, care, to put it nice. Maybe nowadays there are more people.
Ramato, the greatest lockout bingo player of all time, cares about the 1-up butterflies, so I think that speaks volumes that we all should care.
Alright. He cares because I informed him they exist. We were trying to theorize the category I announced yesterday. We were trying to theorize, like, every possible 1-up you could get in, like, an any % run. And I, very cleverly... I don't know why I'm being so arrogant. I pointed out the 1-up...
Wait, did Libre's banana just bounce in the basket without having talked?
It might have.
Or no, he's good. Hurt?
It might be behind her.
Oh, it's behind her, okay. Sorry, continue.
I don't know. My point is 1-up butterflies exist, and I don't know where I'm going with it.
I appreciate Libre's commitment to safety with these fruits. He has not tried throwing like a single fruit. Even the coconuts, he was just, alright, we're gonna drop them straight in.
Well, this pin of 8 looks like a pin of 8 that I would have, so I'm not gonna... It's hard, sure. Pin of 8's hard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the 3 optimal fruit ladies are. I don't know if it's... Like, I feel like doing pineapples and durians... I don't know how fast that really is versus just doing...
If you know how to do pineapples and durians together, it's gotta be fastest 2, right?
It might not be.
I mean, the strats now for durians are insane. You can just line them all straight up in front of the net.
Yeah. Coconuts is safe, really. Alright, well... I don't know. I mean, like,
Rasmus has a lot of clicks right now, so
Rasmus does have a lot. The thing is, like, it's possible we're being really harsh to Rasmus for no reason right now. Because,
yeah,
hey,
no,
right,
there's a really good possibility here.
he does have a speed advantage. I want to say I minimized it early on, but it is technically an advantage still. And so, like, if you are the faster player, right, you can kind of get away with doing, like, against Bread and Deathline, I have so many times done, like, really cringy routes and won just because I speed bullied. It is a factor, right? So, like, Rasmus could be doing something that is not the route on this card and still win, to be completely fair to him. And that might be what he's doing here. And, like, his micro routing, and to be completely fair to Rasmus, his gameplay has been very solid. Except for the
Well, yes, and pin a 6.
Oh, never mind. Yeah. All right. Well, mostly has been pretty solid.
He's been solid on the weird stuff, which is almost more impressive.
He had a good Bianca 1/100s, which I'll point out again. I had to do it in a blackout recently against Brett and Mason, and I took 7 minutes to do it because I forgot how to do it. So, like, the fact that Rasmus did it and it was, like, perfect, I consider that impressive. Personally.
And forgetting how to do that shine is like forgetting how to get 2 coins.
It's like doing Serena 1/100s without knowing all the locations, honestly.
It legitimately is.
Yeah, he had to have practiced it a bit. Has he been, like, practicing, like, all hundreds or something? Like, 'cause I know you do that. And I know Rasmus likes that category. It's the only thing I can think of. Unless he just practices Bianca 1/100s for the heck of it. I don't know. I haven't practiced that in 4 years or something. Hey, you know, sometimes you never know. Yeah, and I agree. It didn't really need to be done. Is kind of the issue here. All right, so what do each players need to win at this point?
That's what I was just thinking about. So Libre needs 5 from Pianta, 50 blues, 2 turbos, 8 enemies, 6 shines from NPCs, and 20 lives. Now, a lot of that stuff is going to get ticked off pretty naturally for Libre, right?
Yeah.
You know, 100 coin is secret, 5 from 3, enemy blues. Those are pretty natural. Probably 50 blues as well.
No, I don't know about 50 blues because he hasn't traded and he only has 21.
Does he really only have 21? Wow.
Unless he's traded.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat can elaborate, but I have not seen him trade. He traded 20. Okay. It's very, in my defense, I will say it's extremely rare that you see, like, or maybe not extremely rare, but it is, like, a bit rare that you see a trade in the first half of a non-lockout.
I think when you want to do such little stuff early on, right? Because you want to,
yeah,
you know, get Yoshi and all that.
Extremely rare was an exaggeration. I would say, like, uncommon. How about that?
No, I think extremely rare is pretty accurate, actually. Because usually you're okay trying to just unlock stuff naturally as they come.
Oh, yeah, because he could have done Pianta 3 and 4. Also, I would grab these lives if you're Libre, but yeah, that's just me. That's just the life routing DNA in me. That's all right.
So he's doing 5 beforehand. So maybe he just thinks, okay, I'm gonna life grind with the 100 coin shine. Which, like we said, it's playing it safe, which is not a terrible thing to do, I think.
I get it, because, like, this is like, you know, if you win this, you win the whole thing. Like, you don't have to worry about the tasks anymore. So it's like, you kind of want to ensure that you don't die in a secret. And Pianta 500s without Flood in a secret it's a little stressful. But yeah, Rasmus is not really far off from winning here. I actually, as much as we've kind of roasted Rasmus throughout this, which I'm sure he will gladly appreciate watching this back.
Yeah. I'm surprised at how well it came together.
It might be his game to win, or game to lose at this point. Which, I will defend my stance though, that I think Libre had the better route, and I think Rasmus kind of speed bullied. And I don't want to say speed bullying is like it was undeserved because he played very well for most of this match. To be completely fair to him, like I don't want to say like speed bullied, like oh he was like I think gameplay is very important personally in non-lockout. It's something I've always kind of been at odds with. It's like I actually do think gameplay is very important, and I do think he played. Besides Pinna 6, whatever, he died twice. Okay, who cares? He did Bianca 1/100s extremely well. Like, he played this, for the most part, very, very solidly. So, I don't want to say, like, I'm not saying he was carried, but, like, the speed in the gameplay was, I think, largely on point here. Now, granted, I don't know if he's won this. This is kind of too close to call territory right now.
Is this the correct route if you're doing what Libre is trying to do?
Yeah.
Going down first, then going back up? Because you're going to have to go back down anyway to do it in a secret.
Yeah. Plus, you probably do want to bring Yoshi down there. Yeah, box games do count as NPC sheets.
Do you want to bring Yoshi down there?
I would. Well, no,
I
guess
guess
you have to walk all the way back from the. You have to walk all the way back from the second B's. Probably not.
I guess you are having to do. What's it called? Yoshi Skip? Is that what it's called? No. What's the name?
Yeah, you have to do Yoshi. It's Yoshi Skip.
Yeah. Okay. I was going brain. I was blanking. I will point out, his Yoshi Skip in Piranha 5 was a little shaky. Took him 3 attempts, I think? 2 or 3. So maybe he is thinking, okay, maybe I do want to bring Yoshi down there.
I think if you comfortably think you're ahead, you should do it. Okay, I would not route this butterfly in as a blue. I'm just going to be completely honest with Libre here. This is not like not necessarily a quick blue. It's just my opinion. But yeah, like, we kind of, like... this is kind of why
Libre,
I like
please.
non-lockout. Is, like, there are times in non-lockout everyone thinks there's just, like, the one route. Yeah, this seems like Rasmus's team to lose. And
wow, this is crazy.
I will stand by my opinion. I'm not backing down that I think Libre did have the better route. I will just be honest here. But again, gameplay is very, very crucial to these things.
It's not even gameplay though. It's knowledge of how to execute the route as well.
Yeah.
And just optimizing how to get the goals on the route. And we're kind of seeing a little bit of Libre's inexperience here on this hundreds route, right? We heavily complimented Rasmus earlier on Bianca 1/100s. How yes, it's a slow goal, but he made it not as bad of a goal. And whereas Libre's sort of not to harp on Libre. Oh, Rasmus, no. Libre is turning a goal that I think we talked about being favorable, and it's probably going to end up being close to about the same as Rasmus's Bianca 1/100s when it's all said and done.
Yeah, so, like, I think an example of that, what you're just saying, is that, like, these are not, like Rasmus routed in his blues, like, very efficiently in this match. At least in my opinion, he did. Like, he went for blues where they kind of mattered. And I feel like some of these blues that Libre has been going for in Pianta 100s are not... I would not call them fast blues. Like, the butterfly...
Libre, be careful here, please. Only 2.
I would just...
All right,
yeah,
that was smart.
I would just get each individual coin to be safe. Alright, I also think, like, there's stuff like the life routing, right? Which... I'm not trying to be like, ooh, I like life routing, so therefore it's easy. I'm not trying to say it's easy, but what I will say is, like, there are players who could route 20 lives in without having to life route. Like, it is something that could be done, right? Like, even like these lives like outside the secret, he ignored both times. So
that's 4 right there.
Yeah, exactly. So I think there's just like little things throughout this that Libre could have done better. that do make the difference ultimately, because this is not going to like, be that far off from each other.
No.
So I think what we saw was like a close match that came down to gameplay or like to execution. Libre, you could just hover over the. Yeah. Libre
Well, Rasmus now has to.
That was kind of hard on Pal, to be completely fair.
Can't you do infinites with Yoshi on Pal or no?
You can, but that's also difficult. Like if you haven't practiced it.
You don't need. You only need like 2 to get up there though, and you could do 2 just.
This might make the difference. This honestly, what does Libre have to do?
I think it's only possible without infinites on JP, right? Am I crazy for thinking that?
No, you could do it. It's possible without infinites. It's very precise, I think, but it's possible.
No, for some reason I thought it was only possible with infinites on JP. Maybe I misremembered, but
I thought this was doable because I can't imagine that like when they were balancing this like in 2021 they would have like made this a thing if it was not possible on all versions. Like Romano's
yeah,
in the
but you
chat.
just need like 1 or 2 infinites on PAL and NTSCU and you're good. So
okay, well if that's true then yeah, I would just do those.
I don't have any difficulty with it. It might take me 3 or 4 tries, but I can do the infinites pretty easily. And Rasmus is also not ground pounding, which I guess is just so he doesn't fall all the way down. But
oh, Romano, what are we gonna do? We trusted your guidance to add this to non-lock connection.
This is a good goal to have.
Okay, so does Libre win? Libre might win. I'm just gonna.
Oh my goodness!
Float the possibility. What is okay? What is
Remember
it,
when we talked about Rasmus having some sided
there
Williams gameplay? This was a very sided Williams moment.
It's a good deep cut reference. All right,
deep
so what
cut
does Libre
from
need?
30 minutes ago.
Well, deep cut because like I thought you were referring to the match where I think it was Sid against Lars.
No,
he failed.
Yeah,
like,
I think it was
like 30 seconds or for 30 minutes or something.
I guess
so
deep
Libre
cut in
just
that
needs
sense,
box game into turbo from Libre versus Rasmus needing the enemies or not enemies. The no, he needs the enemies. I think this is Libre's game.
Wow.
I do think so. That was probably one of the most incredible non-lockouts I've seen in
this
a while.
is absolutely the most incredible non-lockouts.
Yeah, like we saw a clash of routes here. We saw like a more scuffed route with good execution for the most part that came down to like the lighthouse versus like finding the best route and having not the greatest execution. No offense, sorry Libre. It came down to that. So Libre, so that is the win for team. That is the win. That is the task does not matter anymore. J-Glides have officially won the tournament. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to. I was gonna list all their names out, but that's kind of cheesy, so I'm not gonna do it.
I feel bad for Rasmus now because he did so well to pull that route off until the end.
Yeah, it came down to the lighthouse, honestly. Like, I think if he just did bells, he would have probably won this, or maybe it would have been closer. Yeah, the task didn't matter. Everyone had collective dozens of hours of pain and suffering and stress, and ultimately, it didn't matter. Which I don't think anyone...
Yeah, Rasmus...
Did anyone predict a Libre win? Hello, Libre.
Hello, Libre. Wow, what a match.
Yeah, GG's, man.
Yeah, Rasmus is still finishing up. You can see how close he is right now.
I don't think there's any illegal clicks. How many shines from NPCs? You have 2 from Rico. You have Rico 6, Rico 7. Rico 6, Rico 7. You had Box Game 1, and then you had Pianta. I think you had more than 6 shines from NPCs actually.
Yeah. Pianta 3.
I think because
Pianta
you have Pianta
Conquer.
2 and Pianta 3, so you're good on there. You have more than you have
Okay,
6. So you didn't
I did
actually
an
need to do.
extra. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
You didn't
I
need to do
wasn't
much.
sure if Rico 6 was one because it spawned from out of nowhere.
I thought Rico 6 was an NPC shine. Am I wrong? Am I being corrected?
I'm looking at the paste spin that Jado did a long time ago. He had like a comment, and I did a notepad on. It says Rico 6 is.
I thought Rico 6 was, but I don't know. It's a new goal, so maybe I don't know. You have 2
Yeah.
turbos. You have 100 coin in a secret. No, I think you have all
2 Bs. All the enemies in Rico and Gelato and Pinna. So it's gotta be it, right?
Yeah.
5, 6, yeah.
I think Rico 6 counts because it spawns from the Pianta, like where you see it spawn, it like spawns out of the Pianta's like a soul. I don't know. I don't know how to word that. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Yes, I think
I
9
just
from
wanna
1
be,
you did.
I don't want to have another controversy.
Oh no, I
Because,
especially don't want it to if
yes.
it is the game deciding.
Yeah, because
thing,
that's a
but,
new goal that I haven't seen, so like it's like kind of new for me still.
Okay, so there's contradicting reports in the chat whether Rico 6 counts or not, but you have 6 anyway. It doesn't matter. You're
Okay,
good.
okay.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, you have an extra. Hi, Resmus.
Let's talk about what happened then.
Hello.
Sorry,
GG.
I stopped the timer. I didn't mean to. My bad.
I didn't even start the timer, so My
Oh,
bad.
Yeah, what did you guys get? I don't even know what you guys got on this.
we can.
Is that your last click? Yeah, that's his last click. Right?
Yeah, I got
Yoshi,
like
right, Yoshi?
102, no 101. When did we start again?
It was 7 past the hour.
Yeah, so it's like a 101.55.
Yeah, I got a 1-0, almost sub 1. Man, this bingo took a while. Oh, I got
Yeah,
my
Jeff-
first sub. I got my first sub 1 earlier this week. I was practicing really hard for this one. was looking
I
at
think your
comps a
practice
little bit.
showed.
I would say your practice also showed. Like we were, there was some like feedback we had like while you were playing. Like we thought lives would have been done like routed in a little more.
Oh yeah,
and-
it's so hard to live route because I'm
No, I
trying
know.
to still think about everything else. But you probably saw me press start a couple times in the match, and I was like, man, my lives are really low. If I could have been a little better, I could have probably gotten 20 as I went, and then not had to go up there to the Pianta 5. But yeah,
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, this was
And then, like, some
probably
moves, but
the most close hype triple non-lockout match we've ever seen because it was 2 basically completely different routes going up against each other and just coming together at the end where honestly, no offense, Rasmus, you probably should have won that one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I had lots of
Yeah,
gameplay mistakes. I was pretty shaky throughout the match. That's just on me. I felt a little nervous, honestly, about the.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable.
We will say, Libre, you chose like the route that we thought was best when we were commentating.
Oh really?
we were-
Finally! Oh my god! I always choose the bad routes always.
No, that was
I thought there
like
was
the
something
route.
better because then I saw Rasmus doing something different, and he's always gotten sub 1s in bingos before in the past, and he's always like been a little better than me, honestly, in triple bingo. So when I was seeing him clicking other rows and columns, I was like, damn, maybe that's faster. I don't know. I wasn't thinking too much about the row 3 and all others. I just like. Usually when it's triple bingos, I just find something and I stick with it, and I guess I got lucky this time.
Yeah, no, that was and
It's so weird to
Rasmus,
compare
like,
gameplay on this card because, like, Rasmus had a lot of really great gameplay moments. Like, that Bianca 1/100s was, me and Jeff could not stop gushing over it. It was, like, absolutely
that was
flawless.
so good.
Like,
there was one
was
moment that was
probably-
not good, but the rest, the rest went really well.
you
No,
easily
that was
could have
good. We were
saved
saying like
a minute and a half probably just on good execution and solid blues routing just from that. And then there was also moments like Pinna 6 and Lighthouse.
Yes, so 2 deaths in Pinna 6 and 1 death in late Rico 4. was pretty
Oh, yeah,
Pretty
big.
Rico
sure
14.
my
And
gameplay
then-
mistakes equivalent to a death.
Yeah, and then Lighthouse was a freaking nightmare.
Oh,
Really,
I had troubles with Lighthouse. I kept falling off Yoshi, and I wasn't high enough, and I like did like half and half. I sprayed the shine with Mario, and then I sprayed him
Well, you
with
were-
Yoshi.
You were doing bells. Rasmus did the lighthouse.
yes.
Oh, Lighthouse. Sorry. I thought
Yeah,
you did
yeah.
something else. Yeah, my
So
bad.
a really bad moment to realize you've forgotten how to do infinites. It turns out you didn't need an infinite. I thought you actually did need one, but I guess if you have
Oh,
a really good spin jump.
That's me and Rybell. I thought that you had to do infinites to get the shine for the longest time, and
Mm.
people just told me, "Oh, you just have to spin jump to get it." Like, what are you doing?
I think it's way easier with infinites. You only need like 1 or 2 of them, and you're good.
Yeah.
One.
It's frame perfect, isn't it? But it's the trick. What do you? So, did you like? Was Rasmus route comparatively? It was okay, I think.
I messed up one thing with my route, because I did Pianta 5. I should have just traded after unlocking Rico, or done like Rico Shines would probably have been better. Like done Rico Shines and then return to
Yeah.
Pianta with Yoshi and do hundreds in a secret in Pianta 5 instead. And then do like Pina 2R. I think that would have been faster.
There was
now
some
I did-
debate in the chat.
Yeah.
There was some debate in the chat if you should have done Bianco 3 100s and just so you didn't have to do 2 separate hundreds. In this.
Yeah, I
So
guess that's fair. But that's two, like, that's an extra Bianca shine, and then like, yeah, I still have to do the extra Pina and Pianta
Yeah.
shines.
Yeah, it might not have. I will say, Rasmus, apologies if you watch this back, because we were like really trying to figure out what you were doing, and we accused you of going to Serena at some point. We were like, is he doing
Ooh.
12? Is he doing row 5 and 12 from 5? That's mostly my fault. I thought you got 12 in Bianco because I just saw you go for some like kind of out of the way blues. They weren't really out of the way, but like you just got.
Yeah, we were
blues,
thinking like
along the
column
path.
4 at one point, like where the heck is his other turbo nozzle coming from? We had a hard time. This was just a tough card, I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, we struggled to find the route, to be completely fair. Like we were really trying to figure it out.
Was Rico 4 hidden better than Rico 8? I don't know what's faster there. So
We were
there's-
debating that in the chat a little bit. We ultimately decided that Rico 4R was probably better because you could get the lives in it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah,
that too. So I just because I actually chose Rico 4 because of my shaky gameplay. I thought like Rico 8 would have, even if it was faster, I think I would have fallen off or the top or something
Yeah.
bad would have happened. So that's why I decided Rico 4 was easier.
That's probably
yeah.
Rico 8 I think would have been faster optimally, but you know it's hard to execute.
Gelato
on
1
some-
was a mistake at the end. I should have done it when I was opening Gelato. Just I thought I was miscounting enemies and I thought I didn't need it, the Gelato enemies. So yeah, that was
No,
on
that's
me
great.
for me entering at the end. Yeah, there were probably other routing mistakes in there, here and there.
Yeah, like JJ in the chat wanted to ask why you traded instead of going to deeper Pianta. That's one question he had.
I need a little bit more time to think, so I was like, I need to trade and go to Pena, and then I watched the Mecha Bowser cutscene because I was like thinking my NPCs.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was still thinking about my route mid gameplay. So yeah, I just needed a little bit more time to think there. Yeah, I could have just done another PN to shine. Yeah, something else. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Well, trying to think of other questions, but I think that about, unless you guys have questions for each other or anything else to add.
Did y'all consider any other routes on this card? Like, Raz, did you
No.
ever consider doing the like Libre's route, kinda? Or I guess Libre, you said no already, so.
Yeah, I just saw row 1 and I fell in love with it.
Yeah, row 1 was kind of hype. No, I never really considered column 1. I guess it's just because I don't really know what shines from NPCs are. Or like,
Oh,
off
yep.
the top of my head at least, to be able to route around it.
Yo, my notepad
That would be
came
a
in
big
clutch, man.
deterrent.
My notepad came in clutch, and I was thinking, I hope Jado is right on this, because it's just like from a comment way earlier when the patch was being made, and then Jado made a list of all the NPCs, and I was like, I hope Jado's right. I hope this is right. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
The South
Congrats
American
to-
connection.
Yeah, it
Congrats
always
to Team
appears in
Jiggle
my
Eyes.
mind. Oh man, but that was I really thought that I thought I didn't had a clear shot for this, but I'm glad that it worked out in the end with my choose.
You guys are close enough in speed, I think, where, you know, I thought, like, I thought Rasmus was gonna be favored. And on
Yeah,
paper
for sure he
is,
was
but
favored. Yeah, because
But it's not like a obvious. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was like an obvious 100%. But yeah,
I'd be really curious to see these routes go up against each other. Like, if you had to replay the match, just because if people try to optimize these routes, I'm curious to see what route is actually better.
Yeah,
I'd be
I'm curious
interested
to see
like
Jeff against Spread Goes or something. See which
no,
route is
I was
actually
gonna say
better.
I was gonna say me versus JJ with these two routes. Like that would be so fascinating.
Yeah, I want to see that actually. Has someone saved the seed?
I think the problem is neither one of us know Bianca 1/100s anymore, so that might be a rough moment. But that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Rasmus, why was your Bianca 1/100 so well practiced?
Yeah, because it's one of the only things I practiced before this.
I've been practicing the IL miscellaneous category. I moved up above Tober and Dex, so I was really playing out those hundreds. But the only 100 I did not practice was Bianca 5 in a secret. Dude, I almost lost all those coins. They despawned before my eyes, and I was like, oh no, I hope I have.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. That was a little scary.
There's
But
some
it's
coins
good.
in the secret, at least.
Yeah, but it's good because I felt like I would have automatically grabbed all of them outside the secret, then I would have lost even more time with that. So that would have been tragic. All right, well, yeah, that's thanks for the commentators and the restreamer, and playing with me, the restreamer too.
Yeah.
Thank you,
GG's
RSW.
guys.
GG's man. Well played. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the task is. Can't wait for it.
So the tournament is officially concluded. Mason will probably do another podcast stream where he reveals the winners, and I don't know. I assume he'll do that. I don't know for sure.
He'll still have to reveal the tasks because everyone wants to see that still.
Yeah, I think
Everyone
he's
wants to
still
see
making
that.
the video and stuff.
So we will see that probably Wednesday is when he does those. So I guess we'll have to wait till then. And yeah, thank you everyone for playing, and we'll see you when we see you.
Yeah, thank you.
For
guys
sure, this
watching.
is a really fun event. I've enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, thank you, Mason, for organizing this. This was a lot of fun to do. Thank you.
Oh, rating Juka, very fun.
Yeah, GG's. Woo!
Yeah, GG's, man. Oh, that was I shouldn't drink coffee.